Hi guys, welcome back for another Transformers review, and it would be Transformers Kingdom Voyager class Optimus Primal. Alright, and this is the review that I've been waiting for a very long time. Okay, you can see right here, here's Optimus Primal and his classic Optimus Primal robot mode. Basically, it's based on his Beast Wars design. Okay, and you can see right at the back here, you can see closely he is in robot mode. Okay, and he resembles very much the original Optimus Primal colors, and also his mold. So it is basically it's quite evident that Hasbro has done a good job on basically retaining the look and feel of the original Optimus Primal from the Beast Wars. Alright, let's try and have a look at his head sculpt at first. Alright, you can see his head sculpt is nicely painted. Okay, nicely sculpted as well. To the left is the left of his face, and to the right, and it's very detailed. And on his shoulders, you can see that Hasbro has done a lot for the so-called 8 mode, gorilla mode. That you can see all the furs coming out nicely. Right, this figure is very detailedly done. Okay, here is his front portion of the robot mode. Right here, he has the 2 cannons, his 2 swords. Here's his arms, which is nicely sculpted as well. And right here in the middle, if you do watch Ice Age, you can see that he resembles the Sid character. Alright, and here's a look at Optimus Primal in the robot mode, from the front to the sides and to the back. And you must be this is a bit loose on my figure, so you need to be careful. So you might just knock one of the swords off, just like what I did. And here's the back of him. Okay, nicely done. Alright, and let's talk more about his articulation now. Hi, right here on his head. Alright, you can twist his head left and right and all the way back, a full rotation. And his shoulder, you can move it in and out, even this way as well. It is also bent at the elbow, and on the wrist it does rotate. And for a mainstream Optimus Primal, I would say he is nicely done, and his hands can move, actually articulate out, I mean for the finger, and in, I mean for the fist. Right, here's also a waist articulation. And for his upper thigh, you can just also rotate it, as is also rotatable. But be careful, if you see there is white paint here, be careful that it will chip off if you notch it against the edges on this part, the inner part here. So be careful when transforming him. So he does the leg does kick back and forth. It also there's a knee bend as well. And on the upper part of the leg or leg part, you can rotate it left and right. It doesn't rotate a full turn. And as for the heel, for the foot, you can it does move up and down similar to the back as well, the toes for the back. Just bend this way. Optimus Primal, he has his rear so-called guns. You can put it right here if you would like, and he also has fist weapons coming out. Just push this part here and it will raise it up this way. Alright, he has it for both hands. Alright. Optimus Primal does come with his signature swords. Okay, let's put this back in. Let's move Optimus Primal apart for the meantime and bring up swords. This swords comes with the the packaging. All right, this resembles his swords. Is nicely done. So basically, you have a silver paint on this, and the handles are nicely sculpted. All right, you can see here nicely. So it's pretty well done by Hasbro on the swords, the quality of them. All right, and let's put the swords in his hands. Okay, you can open his hands and let Optimus Primal just slot it in this way, and sorry, this way. This will be the correct handling of it. Okay, and he does hold his swords nicely. Just slot it into here, and you have him with his swords in hand. And this is how he holds them. Okay, here's the front part of it. Right, and for weapons storage, just remove the weapons in his hands, and you can pack in the blades. Alright, on the pack hole at the back of his backpack here. So I'm going to show you. This part will go into this pack hole over here. Okay, and the other one as well. Alright, and you can see that his weapons just hold up very nicely at the back portion. Okay. And now for his transformation. Just move the arms up. Move the arms up this way. Okay, what you need to do next is come to this part here. Raise this weapon. Pop this, just hold the hands this way. Pop the back portion out. Okay, pop this up, rotate this way, turn the gorilla head up and around, move this in, but before you move this in, collapse the gun turrets. Okay, the gorilla mode does have two modes, one standing and one crouching. So let me show you that. Let's push this in, move the head this way, right, flip the chest piece in, move the head, clip it back into place. Alright, move his hands this way. Move his hands in the front. Right, move back the back piece, move it up. Rotate it this way. And as for the feet, and for the back feet, fold them up, bend this part here, bend this part here, move this up, turn this piece around, unpack this, turn it around, and this will cover the back piece of the gorilla mode. Okay, and here you have him transform in his gorilla mode, the one that is ascending basically. And here you can see Optimus Primal in his beast mode, the gorilla mode. Alright, and here's a side view of how he's standing. Okay, he's standing basically in his traditional, the gorilla stance. Alright, and here's the back. The back, and here's the tummy side. Alright, and if you do look at closer at his sculpted beast head, you can see it's very nicely reminiscent of the Beast Wars Optimus Primal. Very menacing, very aggressive. You can see all the beautiful fur details in according to the beast mode here. Nicely done. This will hide partly the robot kibble that you can see right here. Alright, here's the back. Okay, here's the underneath view, the belly view. And I would say this is a very nice representation of Optimus Primal's beast mode. Alright, and now let's get him to his upper right beast gorilla mode. Okay, what you need to do is just move the hands this way, and when you come to the feet, just lower it up. As you can see, there are joints here. You need to move this up here. So just bend it all the way this way. It's a bit tight on my figure, so just come this way, push it in. The same goes for the other part. Push it in. Basically, just push this up. Right, and you have him his leg part done, and have his leg portion done. Alright, and right now you have Optimus Primal, the gorilla mode, in this upright standing position. Right here. Alright, now you can see his final mode for the gorilla. So right now you can see him. Here's the front part. You can see how nicely this is done. Here's the sides. Here's the back. Alright, and Hasbro really knocked this out of the park this time. Okay, and this is a very nice representation of the gorilla mode where he's standing. Alright, and you can even store his weapons here in gorilla mode. Which also looks nice. Okay, this way. And this has been a short and quick review of Kingdom Voyager class Optimus Primal. But before we go, we shall compare him with his wave mate, which is Rat Trap. But before we can do this, just remove this part here, the guns, put his hands back into his head looking forward, put the legs back into its original position. Same goes for the other part. And here is the size comparison in Beast mode. Okay, here is Optimus Primal in Beast mode with Rat Trap. You can see the size difference. Okay, he is actually larger in Beast mode comparing with Rat Trap. And here's a size comparison with Sandstorm. You can see that Optimus Primal is slightly shorter. Alright, and this concludes the review of Optimus Primal from Kingdom line.